Good morning, everybody. Naima Singletary here, BillionDollarCourage.com. Today is Wednesday, May 18th, and I'm just grateful to be here. I can't even say that enough. I started this maybe 2 weeks ago, and it just feels so right. I wish I would have started sooner, but it is what it is, as I said in one of my videos earlier this week or last week. So this is what I want to begin with. Please know that my intention with every video that I produce under the Billion Dollar Courage brand is for it to be a vessel, for you to use it to go in the direction that you want to go in your life. I read a quote some months ago, and I didn't record it and I don't remember it verbatim, but essentially what it said was, the greatest power or the greatest joy is when you are able to help someone see something, the greatness in themselves. And so courage, in my strongest opinion, courage is the missing link in this world for man to go from where he is to where he wants to go. It's like the alpha and the omega. It's the biggest thing. And when I started to really think about looking at people, watching people, how they move, how they decide, why two people who can be raised in the same household, one can become an addict of some sort, and another can become highly successful both spiritually, financially, and on other levels. How does that happen? Or how two people can go to the same event, get the same information, one person takes it and runs with it, and the other one, a month later, they're clueless as to why they're not rocking and rolling and just aren't taking themselves to wherever it is that they want to go. Everybody has different dreams, everybody has different ideas, different goals, but what I have discovered is courage, the guts to go from here to the next step, to the next step, to the next step, is so incredibly intense that it gets in the way. So that's why I founded BillionDollarCourage.com. And so I really hope, and that's all I want this video blog to do, is for something that I say, something that you see, something that you hear, something that you feel, inspires you to go. Go to the next level, take the next step, make the decision, make the commitment, seek the resources, ask the questions, get the help, whatever it is that you need to do to go there, wherever there is for you, okay? So I want to share something with you. I have my handy dandy smartphone. I call it my second brain. And on here I have the Kindle. And I downloaded a book by Steven Pressler, I think is his name. I'm gonna go back. Steven Pressfield. It's called Do the Work is the name of the book. And I found out about it from another guy on Facebook. I can't remember his name. But this book really just talks about what gets in the way of us taking our lives to the next level. And I have read so many pieces in here that have struck me. And I want to share it with you. Today's topic is ego versus truth, okay? Ego, which is the person that you sort of crafted over the years, right? You're born, you're fed through mainly the people in your household because you don't have any control over where you are, where you live when you're young, first born young. And then you go out into school when you're, depending on what your family decides, 4 or 5 years old. And then from there forward, you start to create yourself. And then as you grow and have more independence, you start to really get into specifically crafting yourself, consciously or unconsciously. Because if you're in life, you're crafting yourself. You're gathering information from media, from friends, from church, from colleagues, from all these different other sources. And you're crafting your thoughts, you're crafting your belief system, you're crafting your lifestyle. And so you become this person that you have created, whether it's good for you or not, whether it's serving you or not. So the person you are today is the person that you have crafted yourself to be. It might not be who you really are. Most likely it's not who you really are. Because in this world, in this life, there's constant pressure to be something else, to do something else, to live another way. And most of us are not living who we are. We're living our crafted selves based on what's acceptable in the world by our friends, what's acceptable to our family members, colleagues, etc. And so the person that we have crafted, naturally there is an embedded lack of courage in that crafted person, because that person was not crafted because of what you wanted. That person was crafted based on societal rules. So naturally embedded in that is lack of courage. Therefore, you have these millions of people walking the globe, copying everybody else, who's copying everybody else, who's crafted, who's not living the life that they want to live. So then when you get those people who break outside of the box, who pursue their dreams and decide they are really going to live the life that they want, they stand out. They are talked about, good or bad. They are attacked. They're the ones who you see in the headlines, who your friend tells you about, who offend other people, because your crafted mind is steady. It's expected. You sort of know who you are in that crafted position, and if somebody else who has a view or position that's contrary to your crafted thought, that is where opposition comes into play, and that's where arguments come up, because that's your ego. Another way of saying that, your crafted self is your ego. And so that ego again has the embedded lack of courage, which interrupts you being able to take your life to the next level. That's why there has to be a breakthrough, and there has to be some outside source that comes in, that inspires you or touches you or shakes you in some kind of a way that causes you to take that action, to take that step. And so a lot of us are afraid to do that because maybe my friends won't agree. Maybe I'll fail. Maybe my parents won't love me. Maybe I'll lose my job. Maybe I won't get the support that I need. Or because I don't have the money. Or because I don't have enough time. Or because I'm overweight. Or because, you know, I have 3 other jobs already. Or because whatever the excuse is, right? That is resistance. That is ego. That is not your truth. And it takes a whole hell of a lot of courage. Hey, I'm not the biggest, most courageous person on the planet, but I know I have a whole lot more courage than a lot of people who I see in everyday life. And it takes some dogmatic, I don't give a damn who, what, when, or where, chutzpah for you to decide and take the necessary steps, whether it be little or big, to take your life to where you want it to go. And I read something in this book by Steven Pressfield. Again, the book is called Do the Work, and I want to share this with you. I love it. Start before you're ready. Don't prepare, begin. Remember, our enemy is not lack of preparation. It's not the difficulty of the project or the state of the marketplace or the emptiness of our bank account. The enemy is resistance, aka ego. The enemy is our chattering brain, which if we give it so much as a nanosecond, will start producing excuses, alibis, transparent self-justifications, and a million reasons why we can't, shouldn't, won't do what we need to do. Start before you're ready. And here is something that's so sweet about this. Good things happen when we start before we're ready. For one thing, we show huevos. Our blood heats up. You know huevos, right? Our blood heats up. Courage begets more courage. The gods, witnessing our boldness, look on in approval. W.H. Murray said, until one is committed, there is hesitancy, the chance to draw back, always ineffectiveness. Concerning all acts of initiative and creation, there is one elementary truth, the ignorance of which kills countless ideas and splendid plans, that the moment one definitely commits oneself, then providence moves too. A whole stream of events issues from the decision, raising in one's favor all manner of unforeseen incidents and meetings and material assistance which no man could have dreamed would ever have come his way. I have learned a deep respect for one of Goethe's couplets, quote, "Whatever you can do or dream, you can begin with. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. Begin now." That is powerful. I mean, that was so visceral for me. That just cut me, because it's the truth. And no matter who you are, when you hear the truth, you know it. And here's how I like to look at it. You mean to tell me man can go to the moon? Do you know how far the moon is? Do you know what is required? I don't even know what's fully required to go to the moon. But just looking at the little bit that we know about the moon, the distance, right? What's going on up there? What it requires as far as the body is concerned, the cardio is concerned, the heart is concerned, and the organs are concerned, to be able to go to the moon. Man can go to the moon, yet you can't bring your ideas to real life? You mean to tell me I can drive 25 minutes from here, put myself on a metal object that will lift into the air and take me to the other side of this world in a matter of hours? That can happen, but I can't bring my ideas to the marketplace? Those two examples, because of the largeness of them, always are effective in me realizing that I can do more than I think I can do, that I believe I can do. And so it's really important that we take the time to discover the difference between our ego and our truth. Our ego is that chattering brain that I just read about from Stephen Pressfield's book, Do the Work. It's the chattering brain. It's like autopilot. That chattering brain is what's always there. It's the crafted part of us that I talked about. It's the crafted brain. It's the crafted ego. It's expected. There aren't any surprises in the crafted brain. It's set on autopilot. That's how we work. It's our routine. It's the way we think. It's the way we believe. It's the response that we give to any introduction from anything from life. Then as you begin to recreate yourself based on your truth, recognizing how you feel, how you respond to things, what you naturally love, what you naturally don't like. Taking that time to get to know yourself so you can first understand the difference between your ego and your truth, so you can start to be much more fluid and much more open to becoming the person that you want to be, accepting things in that you didn't normally accept, and recognizing what is naturally healthy for you and what is not. Because I want you to be strong in this life. I want you to have the courage to go in this life, to oppose the voices, the opinions, and the truths of other people, because that is them. You have your own life to lead, and this life is short, and you must go. You must discover the life, build the life, and find your truth, and get away from your ego, because your ego plays to win, to control you, and it does not want to free you. So I hope I've said something here that has inspired you to think twice about the person that you are, and to craft the person that you want to become if you feel like you aren't that person already. So, Naima Singletary, BillionDollarCourage.com. I'll see you next time. Thank you.